Hey guys, we're at another close read session. So we are spending forever in this book, but by the end of it, I promise you'll know it very well. We're still in the middle section of the book. Remember when we do our skills reading? It's really easy. The whole passage is on one page, so you can tell where the beginning is, and then the body, the middle, and then the end. But the book is a lot longer than that. The first page isn't just the beginning, and then the last page isn't just the end, but we're right there in the middle part. In the middle part. And one of the important things in reading is to know the characters, know who the people are, not just what they do, but what about them. Like, for example, you could meet me, you could say, hey, she's a little crazy, she's nice, she really likes her dogs. Like, you could know that. But then if you saw me doing things, like, you would really get to know me. Like, if I jumped off of a roof, you would be like, she said she was crazy, but she's like really crazy. But then if I started flying, you'd be like, oh, she didn't tell me that she had magical powers. So you look at what people do to know who they really are. And the same is true with books. Books are basically like friends in some senses, like you get to know them. So, what we're going to do is we're going to read another section and we're going to look specifically at Mary, at the challenges she faced, and what she did about them, and what kind of person was she in order to do them. So let's get started. I'm going to share my screen if I can find it. Okay, there we go. So remember, Piper has died. It's very sad. And, or not Piper, Pepper. Pepper, her daddy died. And now they her mom, remember, she couldn't work, so they didn't have a lot of money and they were hungry. They were really hungry. So let's see. That summer, the town was full of holiday makers. Now, this is an English book. This is from England. So that actually means everybody was on vacation. In England, they say holiday means vacation. They're kind of weird. So, anyways, holiday makers. As Mary and her dog watched the rich ladies and gentlemen wandering the streets, she suddenly had an idea. Perhaps she could sell her curiosities. She dragged a table from the workshop onto the pavement and carefully arranged the fossils from her collection, all except the snake stone around her neck. That she would never part with. Do you remember why? Who gave her that snake stone? So, like right there, we know that she really still loves her daddy. Doesn't Book doesn't tell us that as we're watching her, and you can visualize her that like she's putting out the fossils, the curiosities, and then all of a sudden she's like, oh wait, not my necklace. So it's kind of like watching a movie. She wrote a small sign in her best handwriting, curiosities for sale. Then Mary Anning and her little dog sat down to wait. Can you visualize that? They're just sitting there. The first to pass were a group of children. Remember the kids from beginning in the story? They began laughing and pointing at poor Mary. Stone girl, bone girl, out on your own, girl, they shouted. All day Mary waited. She was just about to pack away her table when a group of ladies and gentlemen came by. How fascinating, said a lady. What are they? Asked someone else. This one would make a delightful brooch, like a thing, where you like poke it on and stick it to your shirt. You have to be careful it doesn't poke your skin. Very painful. Or a garden ornament. And so Mary sold her first fossils. So she had a problem, right? They needed money. So how did she fix that problem? Sometimes, most of the time, problems are just challenges. How did she fix that challenge? Just told you. Rewind it and re-listen if you don't quite get it. So she sold her fossils. And as the rich people strolled away, Mary felt the weight of coins in her pocket. That means they paid her lots of money. I knew I was right, she whispered to her dog. These aren't just ordinary stones. They really are treasures. If only I could find that sea monster. So now I feel another challenge is coming up. She wants to find a sea monster. Looking at the pictures, she's reading a book. She has her fossil, oh, look at the dog. She's reading, I think, about dinosaurs. So let's see. All summer, Mary searched for curiosities for her shop. She borrowed books about fossils from the Mrs. Philpott and learned everything she could. Her mother was delighted with the money that money that Mary was earning, but she was worried about Mary alone on the dangerous cliffs. Mary reassured, she's like, hey, Mom, it's okay, it's okay. Reassured her mom that the little dog would run for help in case of an emergency. One smart dog. As she searched, Mary thought more and more about the giant sea monster and about the cliffs in prehistoric times. She imagined fantastic landscapes inhabited by extraordinary creatures. I think she had a good imagination. She was dreaming, imagining what those dinosaurs look like. So keep that in your head. Think about the challenges. First, Dad died, didn't have money. How did she fix that challenge? Now she wants a sea monster. She wants to find him. How is she going to get that? And, I mean, the kids were mean to her. How did she overcome that challenge? Did she start crying? Did she run away? Did she fight them? What did she do? In the next activity, draw me some pictures about it. And then think hard, what kind of person was she? For someone to work so hard, was she lazy? Was she hardworking? Did she wait for her mama to tell her everything? Think through, what kind of girl was she? And write it below. I want a whole sentence, capital letter, period, or punctuation, exclamation mark if you want at the end. I can't wait to read them. Love you guys. Bye-bye.